Hello, everyone. This is Alcabay, the analyst, and today I wanted to talk Houston Texans, Deshaun Watson, and is he any good? Do is he any good? But this is Alcabay, the analyst. All right, so I wanted to talk Deshaun Watson. Obviously, the team is 0-4. They off to a bad start, and it doesn't look good. It doesn't look good at all. I don't blame him for the first two losses. You go against Kansas City the first game, got your head blown off, but that's Kansas City. That is what it is. Believe second game they won against the Ravens, and they lost that one, and it's like, okay. Now they go against the Steelers, who I believe is actually not really that good to me. Sorry, they only beat, before the Texans, they only beat the Giants and the Broncos, who just won their first game against the Jets. But that is what it is. And all these bit bends back. But let me get back to Deshaun Watson. And now he loses to the Vikings. Which the Vikings at the time was 0-3. Now they got their first win. And, they, at least the media is not trying to spin it as Deshaun Watson fault. They're trying to say, well, he lost D-Hop. Well, he lost this. Upper management is making bad choices. The coaching is bad. But that was still the same coaching he had last year. They went to the playoffs, knocked off a good Bills team to me. And they did their thing. They did what they were supposed to do. But like I said, Deshaun Watson is going to see. If you watch all my Deshaun Watson videos, I always say the same thing. He's going to see how it feels not to have a top 2 wide receiver. Told you, it's either him and Julio Jones. If you want to mix that up, D-Hop and Julio Jones. If you pick D-Hop first, I'm not mad at you. If you pick Julio Jones first, I'm not mad at you. But DeAndre Hopkins is up there. You see, when he goes to the Arizona Cardinals, even though I believe they're on a 2-game losing streak, but they look a lot better. The offense flow a lot better with D-Hop. D-Hop is a game changer. He's definitely a game changer, and he has the best hands in the league. You see, he had an off game last game, and Arizona Cardinals lose. It just is what it is. But I can't keep making that same excuse that they don't have D-Hop, because look at who they got. My team, it's the Eagles. We would kill to have Randall Cobb. We would kill to have a Brandon Cooks. We would kill to have Will Fuller. We would kill to have those guys. But you have them. You still have pieces. And this is the guy they consider, top 5, top 4, even according to a lot of people. They put Deshaun Watson up there. They put him up there. They say he's better than like Aaron Rodgers and those guys. They say he's better than the Matthew Stafford. I'm going by the media. They say he's better than the Carson Wentz. They say he's better than a lot of guys, and I don't see it. I don't see it at all, man. I see that he had a top 2 wide receiver that he relied on heavily, and now they're struggling, man. Even though I still put that on the Texans. If you get a guy like that, you don't trade him away for a David Johnson. You don't even trade him at all. You find some way to keep both of them. You definitely find some way to keep both of them. But I still blame the upper management. But how much can I blame them? Because Deshaun Watson, he don't look good. He don't look good. Let's just keep it real, man. But let's go over his stat. First game against the first game against the Chiefs, he threw a completion percentage of 62.5, which is pretty average. He threw for 253 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. When I first seen the game, I'm like, Deshaun Watson rusty. He don't know the chemistry with the wide receivers yet, but he'll get it together next game. He actually looked, to me, a little worse. His completion percentage went up, but he looked a little worse that game. He threw a completion percentage of 69.4 threw for 275 yards, 1 touchdown, 1 pick. I mean, Come on. And that was against the Ravens. I didn't even blame them for that. I'm like, okay, they 0-2. And they played, the top three teams in the one of the top three teams in the league. But they go against the Steelers, who, once again, I don't believe that they're as good. I don't, but hey, he threw a completion percentage of 70.4%. He threw for 264 yards, 2 touchdowns, and 1 pick. That's not that bad, but what I know Deshaun Watson for, his numbers were never flashy, but I always said he finds a way to win a game. But I don't know what's going on. They lost that game, I believe, 28-21. So I don't know what's going on. And he go against the Vikings, who was struggling. But Vikings found a way to pull one off against who? The Texans, who needed that win. Both needed the win, and Vikings came up. He do a completion percentage of 60.6%, which is not that bad, pretty average. 300 yards. Okay, he gets first 300-yard game, 2 touchdowns, 0 picks. Once again, not that bad, but Deshaun Watson couldn't get it done. He couldn't get it done. But once again, this is one of the guys they call a top 5 quarterback. And he just couldn't get it done. And once again, Giants right now, Eagles right now, they would kill to have the wide receiver core he has. Eagles fans will literally give up a lung to have the wide receiver core that he has. He has a very good wide receiver core. Once again, Brandon Cooks, Randall Cobb, Will Fuller. He got guys. No, none of those guys are D-Hop. Of course not. But those complimentary guys, those guys can play. Actually, Randall Cobb has one of the best hands in the league besides D-Hop. I believe he's like number 2 to D-Hop as far as catching a ball. So how many excuses we going to blame the upper management? BillO'Brien might lose his job, which is well-deserved. Because we look at David Johnson's numbers, and I don't think they got a first-round pick. You ain't getting no first-round picks. So he deserves to lose his job if it happens. But told y'all, man, David Johnson, that trade was crazy, man. It was ridiculous. Guys like that, you gotta find a way to keep them on the team. D-Hop on that team, they easily at least 2-2. They at least 2-2. But BillO'Brien, he got that Chip Kelly vibe. But at the same time, we have to blame Deshaun Watson. Is he really top 5? He ain't looking like it right now. No, I get it if Houston Texans see this. Well, Carson Wentz struggling too. Yeah, he's struggling. Trust me, he's struggling. But come on, man. Look who we got and look who y'all got. Come on, man. Like, I still thought y'all was going to win the division, but looking like Colts might got that in the bag. Colts definitely might got that in the bag, or the Tennessee Titans. But hopefully y'all pick it up, get a ball rolling. I believe y'all play the Jaguars next game. It's a must-win game. If y'all lose, y'all 0-5. You got to win that game, man. Y'all lost the first quarter of the season. Lost every single game. I don't know, man. But what do you think, man? Who to blame for the Houston Texans struggles? Is it BillO'Brien for making that ridiculous trade in the offseason? Seems like Deshaun Watson needs D-Hop. He needs him. Or do you blame Deshaun Watson? He's supposed to be a top 5 quarterback. He still got one of the best wide receiver cores around him, but he can't make it happen. So who to blame? Who to blame for the Houston Texans struggle? But this is Al Kabir, the analyst. Goose.